My name is Tony Cordero. I am the Assistant Technical Director over at the U of A School of Film, Theater, and Television. And I am basically doing a contract with ATC to build a giant tree. It's 18 foot tall, and combined with the limbs, it goes out to about 24 feet. It's made out of 1/4-inch rod, and the rod is actually bent and twisted to give that organic oak tree kind of feel. It's actually done in 3 pieces. So you've got the main trunk, and it's set up to be a little over 12 foot, 13 foot tall, and it can load easily into a truck. There's a top part to that, and it will be close to 20 foot, but it's not very deep. So they can load that, and then there's another limb that runs about 20 foot. So I'm looking at a flat 2D drawing, but I'm creating a 3-dimensional piece. So trying to understand what the artist wanted exactly, I have to interpret that, and that's challenging.
I'm Bridget Bechtel. I'm the charge scenic artist here at Arizona Theater Company. Once we received the structure from the carpenters, we looked to designer Carrie Wong's rendering here of what the tree is supposed to look like. It's supposed to be an ancient old oak, and it has a branch that reaches all the way across the stage. And it's a source of conflict in the show. So after we receive all this information, then I and my team go through and we make what's called a sample to show the designer how it might look in real life. So here you can see every part of the process, really, all the way from the structure to what we use to cover the structure. Here we have this chicken wire that gave enough tooth for the muslin, which is this fabric, to attach to the structure. Then once the muslin is on there, we were able to create this bark texture on top. To keep the weight down, we used carpet padding, which is actually an idea I got from Jana, the charge artist at Denver Center. They did this production last year. So we basically attached the carpet padding to the structure, and then we go over the top of that with a bark texture made out of elastomeric and other things, and then complete it with a bunch of washes and highlights to create the realistic bark texture. One of the challenges that we've had to deal with on this project in particular is keeping the weight down. Because we travel all of our shows to Phoenix, people are going to be lifting and toting these pieces of the tree several times, and it has to go into a truck. So we had to figure out how to break down this tree that's supposed to be 20-something feet tall by 20-something feet wide and make that fit into a semi-truck so it can go to Phoenix. And also so it wasn't too heavy for the people that have to lift and tote this tree and get it installed. There's always a little bit of touch-up you anticipate when putting any piece of scenery into a truck, but our challenge is going to be keeping that to a minimum so we don't have to spend a lot of time redoing things on the tree.